This is the FBI warning. Do we need this on the show? Probably not.
Watch out, this is a federal crime.
Yeah, apparently. Hello, and welcome to the second episode of a show that we spend months and months not making. No, it's not Bad Creepypasta, shut up. If you read the title, you know this is Movie Night, and we are watching The Last Vampire on Earth.
Oh, yes, we are.
Totally not a rip-off of Twilight, completely an original story. In fact, it is based off a book, which was not haphazardly adapted from the screenplay by the writer and director of this film,
Yes,
using a pseudonym.
the talented man himself.
Vitaly Versace. I mean, he practically has talent in his name if you mess the letters around a bit.
Yeah.
Vampires to heart. Have we stopped to listen to the accused?
Okay.
If witches and vampires are real, and the particular powers we associate with them are real,
Didn't know that Grimace was in this movie.
I missed the punchline, Gemma, because you fucking talked over it.
Sorry.
She's like, if this, this, and this, then nothing.
Do you want to
I
start?
missed the conclusion. Now I'm not going to have a clue what's going on because they've set up the themes and the subtext, and you talked over it.
Well, considering there is red blood cells
We
on the
don't,
screen.
my friends, we do not have subtitles.
They did not film this.
What, I have every confidence that Vitaly Versace can get shots of leaves, Gemma.
You have more confidence than me.
Music by historians. That was your first problem. You ought to have hired musicians.
So why did you hire us on? We're a group of travelling historians. Can you?
A group of travelling historians.
Yeah, can you play bass? Like, I can give. I've read all about it in the history books.
Actually, they actually the group of traveling historians were actually the listeners.
These shots look stolen, but not in the way you think.
Is that Christian?
Where, Gemma, what you were saying they look stolen as in he didn't shoot them. They look stolen in the sense that he didn't ask for permission.
No, they
Like, it's very clear to me that Vitaly Versace just went out and shot and pretended he was shooting, like, either a student film, because this looks like a college campus, or, like, a college recruitment. He's like, yeah, I want to shoot the campus and make it look really nice. And did not pay the college a penny.
No, I can't imagine.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is 2007. Something is really giving that energy off to me. I can't say what it is. It's that guy specifically.
Oh, but her.
I know. It looks like he's been stuck inside his whole life.
He doesn't look super pale to me, does he?
No, that might just be the terrible color grade though, because this looks like they shot it in not specifically Mexico, but Mexico as depicted in Breaking Bad.
The guy from that shot, he looks like the killer from No Country for Old Men. It's just like,
It's not the sexiest role, is it? Anton Chigurh, like he's the palest guy ever. Literally Homer Simpson.
yes, it turns out that you don't know. This takes place in the Simpsons cinematic universe.
I'm waiting for. I know a thing or two about how to use a nuclear reactor.
Delving into Bram Stoker's Dracula.
So the vampire movie, they don't make me think about Dracula, because then I could think I could be watching Dracula instead of The Last Vampire on Earth.
Are there any volunteers for the part of Dracula?
Well, if
Look at how, like, fucking.
they're so enthused, aren't
Yeah, I
they?
know. This is fucking. You're.
Is this even a drama class? Like, this is like an English literature class, right? Like, of course there are no volunteers. Like, there aren't going to be a bunch of. Are we sure this is a vampire movie? We didn't just put a movie about the Columbine massacre on.
I mean, I'd shoot up a school if my name was called Aurelius.
That's getting cut.
Well, I mean, she's not called Aurelius.
No, I do have a relatively normal name.
Just like. Oh, what? Someone just randomly walks in on their friend watching this video. So, what are you watching? I'd shoot up a school.
She gave a good reason.
Yeah, if she was called Aurelius.
It's that one specific. Everyone has their one thing, Jacob.
I don't know that they do. I don't have like a preset thing of I would shoot up a school if this.
Turns out, oh, what, you're like who's not a Manchurian agent.
As a play, like with costumes and makeup in front of an audience.
Wow, sounds more like a drama class than a lit class.
Right?
Yes.
That is what I said. You know what? If you make it a drama class,
It makes more sense.
the film makes more sense.
Yeah, it would make much more sense.
I want to go the other way. I want to be in science or RE, like they're in religious education. So last week we talked about the Indian god Vishnu. Now, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Dracula was a powerful god.
So that's when you know your RS or RE teacher, depending on what you call it. As RS at my school, you know that that teacher is an atheist. So like, we talk about the god who is just as real, Dracula.
To be fair, I remember my RE teacher decided to show us what like different types of kind of like theism was by showing us The Simpsons.
And this is why I'm glad I didn't go to school in Scotland.
To be fair,
So
it was
this
all
is a
about
great god and
everything.
god, worshipped across the world, known by man Homer Simpson.
Well, to be fair,
He's a grand mighty. His skin is made of gold. He has the power of nuclear fission.
It was just that clip of him when
Yes.
he's like 10 feet tall and made of gold covered in diamonds.
to be fair, we didn't call it RE. We called it RMPS. It was religious, moral, and philosophical studies.
You don't have morals in Scotland.
No, we learned them off The Simpsons, and we also watched The Matrix and Gattaca.
We shared your religious study.
It's just like every story you tell me about your class experience was watching movies. Are you sure this was a school?
Not a cinema.
This wasn't like the cinema club that you went in. Like, when you had to pay £2 entry every week, did that not tip you off it wasn't a school?
So, what's for lunch again? Popcorn?
Man, I could not give two shits about this school play. Look how boring these fucking characters are.
Emoji fucker!
Is that why it doesn't take place in a drama class? Because Vitaly Versace realised his actors were so fucking flat. It's like, the audience is never going to buy that these guys are studying drama.
Oh wait, she's ill.
I'm sorry, but you're riddled.
So is the nurse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... Not to shame anybody, but just like...
Isn't that, what's her name's mum from The Room?
just like... Shouldn't you be getting chemo right now instead of like taking blood from me?
This is how I make...
Like I said, I'm not trying to shame anybody with any conditions. I'm just saying she doesn't look like she has a steady hand. That is not somebody I want taking blood from me.
Where's the jugular? Not sure.
The
I
carotid.
hate that he has a reflection. Like, why would you bother
having
having a big mirror as part of the shot, and then have a radius looking at it?
I like to think that they planned it out and then they realised that
They couldn't do it. They're like, oh, Vitaly was
And we're not allowed to
this is hard. This remove the
yeah,
reflection.
we're not allowed to touch the scenery. So
I want to be a missionary. I wish to be killed and eaten. Like, I think like a missionary is one of like the least cool or even least noble careers. Like, I want to be a missionary. It's like, why? So I want to spread the word of God to people who don't want anything to do with it and probably just want food.
Like diabetes and AIDS.
What?
Wow.
he wants to cure diabetes and AIDS.
I would have led with AIDS. It's like, oh, I'm working on a cure for diabetes and also AIDS. I don't know if you've heard of that, but really my main focus is allowing like fat people to eat more cake. That's like my main.
I agree with that.
Wilfred Brimley entered the chat.
I imagine it's not so easy living up to what everyone else thinks you should be.
What?
Can you take the cotton wool out of your mouth?
Yeah, but you know what? He showed up on time.
I was about to say a real story about Vitaly Versace talking about this actor. He was just like, I like this actor because he knew all of his lines and he showed up for work on time every day. I was just like, that tells you a lot about the experience Vitaly Versace has had with like
previous
the films he's made, because he's clearly just hired people who just turn up whether they feel like it. Ah, truly the scariest place, church.
Like, this guy's been giving a fucking speech about Christianity or something we don't care
It's
about.
finally happened. There is a priest more boring than the current Archbishop of Canterbury.
Don't say something.
Don't say something you can't take back.
This joke will age this video in the future when a really charismatic Archbishop of Canterbury comes around. One of the things that bugs me so much about vampire movies is, of all the places these people want to spend their 1,000 years of life or whatever, it's always a high school or a college.
Because they're predators.
Yeah.
It's
like
child predators.
Yeah, it's like, would you want to spend eternity in maths class, Matt? Or would you be doing fun stuff and balling hard? I've been in movies worse than this, so I have an element of sympathy.
Yeah, but you made them better.
Just
and cut.
Just waiting. Here's your straight fried chicken.
Do we? Is there any gravy or like seasoning of any kind?
Did it come like, did you just get a bargain bucket and then they forgot to give you the chips?
Just I'm gonna. They're the flowers.
This is not. This isn't
garden.
chicken. I wonder if KFC was like the
Sponsor us.
No, I wonder if it was just like the catering. Like instead of like everyone just ate KFC the whole time, and that's why everyone kind of like again not to body shame, but everyone does look a bit bloated in this movie. And like I wonder if they were just eating KFC the whole time.
Alternatively,
Maybe that's what you thought craft dinner was.
Yeah, I thought craft services was craft dinner.
Lost a lot of blood. He'd be in a real predicament then. That's a shame.
So if anybody didn't get that, they were talking about how our religion forbids a blood transfusion. He's like, oh, what a pickle.
That's a shame.
That sucks, man. Your sincerely held beliefs are real stupid.
yeah.
Hello, Wayne. I'm Aurelius. What did you get running this thing? $8, $9 an hour?
Leave me alone.
I wasn't paying attention. It looks like he's propositioning him.
Why does this look like every creepypasta fan film on YouTube?
Slender Man in the background.
Yeah.
Just roll up to the car like so. You know, like all ambulances have blood in the back.
And Jeff the Killer popped out of the woods.
And stage punched a guy, but they didn't frame it right, so you could see they didn't hit him.
Yeah.
I'm glad this scene's here.
Oh yeah.
This definitely contributes.
We wouldn't have known how they got inside.
So I wonder how he got the blood back to his house. It'll forever remain a mystery, but what makes Vitaly Versace such a great filmmaker is he includes this entire sequence.
I mean, you could have been like, I wonder, like, so why doesn't he use his vampire teleportation again?
And we'll never get it. Come in again.
It's got to be to fill the runtime, right? They must have realised the script was like 40 pages long.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, we don't have a feature film here. No, it's okay. All feature film is 40 pages.
It's
okay.
me, the blood guy. Blood milkman. Come to fuck your wife.
It's Wayne. Blood Wagon Wayne. I just let myself in.
Wow, you've got some wonderful paintings.
You'll paint these, huh?
I know a guy. He likes to sell art. Down in Brooklyn.
To sell art. I think you're doing like a Bostonian voice. You're like, down in Brooklyn. It's very far away.
Wait a second, this guy doesn't have a bed.
You were looking right at him and then...
Here is the budget of the film. Spend it wisely.
I like to think, yeah, that is actually just what he paid him for the day as well.
You pay him on camera. So you'll always remember that I paid.
There's too much horror in reality.
What?
Why shouldn't we let ourselves escape into a world full of beauty and originality?
Something, do I get paid in souffles? This is that fat thing. This is, he sounds like a, what's his name? Oh, the French.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking sound like Orson
No, not
Welles.
Orson Welles. No, not that. Not the Godfather guy.
Oh, Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. His mumbling reminds me of Marlon Brando.
Okay, so this actor reminds you of Orson Welles and Marlon Brando.
Yes!
Just to be clear.
Yes,
So
they do.
Just like Orson Welles and Marlon Brando, he shows up on time and he knows. Actually, he's got that one above Marlon Brando. Because from what I've heard on the set of
Jacob.
Island of Dr. Moreau, you know what? You're right. Marlon Brando didn't always turn up on time.
And he didn't know his lines.
And he didn't know his lines.
So for that criteria, he's a better actor. So, Vinny Versace would have hired Marlon Brando.
What is happening? Just like, oh.
Who the fuck drinks
you guys
out
don't
of...
have Evian where you live?
Yeah.
It's a lovely location. How, like, talentless do you have to be as a filmmaker to make this location look like shit? I mean, Vitaly's done it. He's taken this gorgeous location. It looks like garbage on film.
That's kind of a talent in its own way.
Yeah, in a strange sort of way, yeah.
Because like, Neil Breen-esque.
Yeah, it's like you've rolled up and the location should be doing the heavy lifting for you.
And you like lifting heavy things.
Even that Alien Blood movie, which was clearly made by an imbecile, like some of the visuals were gorgeous because they shot it in like the Lake District. So I was like, oh well.
Yep.
That's a film we may do on the show, we may not. I don't know. I cannot see into the future yet.
Hey, can I use your restroom?
Yeah,
It's just a bucket on the floor.
No, it's just the window sticking out. It's like, just stick your eye out and shit out the window.
It's like,
I hope I don't have any incriminating evidence I left around in my bathroom.
Why is there like Christmas music playing? Focus. No. Okay. Never mind.
You gave me those for a reason.
Here it comes, guys.
You wanted to see if I'd find out, and it almost doesn't even make sense. Hematology, pale skin, cold hands. The colors
You
of
are
blood in
paler
your
than
house.
him in this
You're
shot,
not.
anyway.
You have no family, seemingly no friends. Why me? Why would you?
Because,
want me to
you know,
this?
there's this book called
I'm
Twilight.
just a girl going on about her life, trying to make the world a better place.
She forgot her line.
This is insane.
Aurelius would never have done that.
Look at me.
And he showed up on time that day.
Because you are just a girl trying to make the world a better place. You reached out to me. Your family opened the house to me. I feel this magnetism.
Okay, so yeah, he's good at remembering his lines. Not good at saying the word "me," apparently.
You can't have everything.
A vampire.
I do like the way he just talks about how great the family is.
Yeah.
The one other one I hate about like immortals or story, like, oh, this guy's, you know, like 2,000 years old, and then he's gone on to meet everyone important.
Yeah.
You know how big the fucking world is? Oh, I was walking along and oh, hey, I met Albert Einstein. I was like, of course you fucking did. Did you go out to see, or did you meet him at a coffee shop?
This guy is like the Forrest Gump of vampires. Retarded.
I knew that was coming.
To those who haven't been paying attention, that includes everyone in this room. The main character has AIDS. So there you go. That's fun. That's fun in your vampire romance movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's not the only time Versace's done something like this. He also had a film called Jungle Book Make-A-Wish. Yes, Mowgli has cancer, and I'm going to save you 2 hours. He doesn't fucking make it.
Yeah, he dies.
You just saved him 2 boobless hours.
Yeah, I just saved you 2 boobless hours.
Are we in the Neil Breen dimension now?
No, I was thinking
It's
to
a
Twilight.
Twilight
Yeah,
Zone.
literally, yeah. Like he misunderstood. He's like, we're making a Twilight rip-off, and the editor's like, say no more.
Is that supposed to be the night sky?
We know
Because it's terrifying.
We're now entering a dimension of poop.
Oh yeah, this film's on. Just like...
God, you know, I'm sat here browsing Instagram at this point.
that just keeps
I'm
going
just
up.
like...
Same, it's the same shot.
Also, like, her continuity-wise, she was looking at him, and then
Yeah,
look
and
at
then
this
she-
guy, look at him, look at this guy, look at him, look at this guy. She moves like the happy mask salesman.
There was a deliberate voluptuousness which was both thrilling and repulsive.
Yeah, honestly, I can imagine how sexy it is from the way you're delivering it.
Yeah.
Why is Lucio Fulci their teacher?
I was wondering something similar. Like, where have I seen him before?
Go back to
Yeah, there you go. Fold your
rapping
arms.
for Linkin
Yeah,
Park.
there you go. keep your arms folded like that, and call Dario Argento a cunt.
I'm just tired from all the schoolwork and work.
And the
And,
AIDS.
yeah, and the AIDS, the various cocktails of drugs that they've got on.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm sitting in the place we were 5 seconds ago. I actually didn't even notice you left.
I
I'll just have to deal with it.
I think maybe your health would be in a better place if you ate some, I don't know, some green vegetables, like some rice, some fruit maybe.
And then there's just the mum just goes, how dare you?
Did you put your hand like she's having a heart attack?
Yeah. Oh, the vapors!
From all the fucking KFC.
Yeah.
I need to go and vomit. Because all I eat is KFC. I didn't see him stick a chewing gum in his mouth or anything, or use mouthwash.
Why do you smell
He's
like
just
sick?
I'm going to return to the dinner table reeking of
vomit.
vomit. Yeah.
I know the vampire eating blood now, but
This is the best part of the
Yeah.
film.
It's like,
why are you staying with me out for dinner?
oh no, the small impressionable child
Over-
overheard that you're a vampire. And, you know, I mean, unfortunately, it's not like we're doing a production of Dracula where we could explain that we were practicing lines or anything. No. No, I'm fucked now.
Oh yeah. this.
I think it.
Oh man, Mike!
Look at that blood. That clearly very bloody blood,
And
not...
cut. And cut.
And cut to the glass being.
I was gonna say, cut to a close up. There we go, and significantly more blood in it.
You mean Ribena?
For fuck's sake, they're telling.
We need to know how we got the whole glass full.
You've like. Aurelius, you need to be quick. The poor fish in that bag. Like, you've got to get it in the tank. You wanted it at the fair yesterday, and it's just been sat there.
No, it's a very good scene. I don't know why you keep turning to Eastern European.
What's the director? He's from somewhere in Eastern Europe.
I thought he was like Italian or something.
No, his name just sounds Italian.
No, he's Russian.
Alright, even if that didn't look incredibly fucking stupid. So, how do you entertain yourself, you several hundred-year-old vampire? Self-ping pong.
Sorry, what?
Well, I play ping pong with myself. I use my super speed to rush back and forth. Fucking get a Nintendo, boy. You know, if this was, I can't even say it properly, but like a halfway decent film, it would turn out that he's not actually a vampire.
Yeah.
If he was
and
just
a weird, like he just watched Twilight and was like, "Oh yeah, I know."
He's just one of those weird, like.
It's like, how do I get a girl who's kind of out of my league? So well, this one seems like a little bit insecure and like a little naive and impressionable. I could pretend to be a vampire.
And it works because we've been doing Dracula in class.
Yeah.
So that'll put the idea in her head.
It's just like one of those.
So that would make this like a thriller.
Yeah.
You know, and therefore it would have like a plot.
Just make it was.
It would be the last vampire on Earth. I did air quotes.
Yeah. I feel like people could have heard it in your voice.
I mean, it would.
I've got to get back to Monopoly World. I'll see.
No, that's clearly the Colonel. That's why.
This is why every meal is KFC's. The Colonel himself was the executive producer. Look, I'm on a cocktail of drugs. No, I just need a secret blend of herbs and spices.
That's a trustworthy voice.
Yeah. Come on, Cartman, out with it.
Cow's mom.
Say that he's a vampire.
Chad, they were probably just talking about that play they're doing.
Exactly!
I think he's playing Dracula in that.
He said that he heard you say that Aurelius is a vampire. Is this true?
It's like, no, sorry. That's
Why
just...
are you hesitating? Just lie.
This is very important.
Sorry, Dad. It's just... It's... Why would you...
You would never fess up to this.
No.
There's no
because it
reality
sounds
exists
stupid.
where you would admit that your boyfriend was a fucking vampire. Oh, the world's smallest gun. What is it with this show and tiny, adorable little guns?
I know.
If you fire that gun, I expect to hear a buzzing noise come out of it, and you can flick it away.
Or just... Why, it's full of bees.
Yeah.
Just a lighter.
It's bee guns.
Yeah, and it just shoots just one small, tiny bee at you, and you can just swat it away. It looks so harmless.
It's like, pro tip for anyone making a film. If you want a threatening-looking gun, make sure it doesn't look like it would have a flag with the word bang written on when you squeeze the
maybe it
trigger.
could have 2 bees in it, and it could be a BB gun.
What's your defense for burning his skull? He said it's a vampire. As a judge, I have a lot of power.
Who's this?
I don't know.
He feeds off our human blood so that he might live. This is wrong.
Why?
Who's she?
I mean, it is wrong, but I think lighting someone on fire is pretty morally, let's say morally grey.
Like, it's one of those, going back to, like, hold the gun properly, late.
Darling, if you're pointing a gun at someone with intent, having your finger behind the trigger maybe isn't a great idea. Yeah, if you're not meaning to shoot anyone, it's great to not have your finger on the trigger. It's advised to not have your finger on the trigger.
Like AIDS. Maybe that doesn't mean much to you, but it means a lot to people like me who have it. That's right. I have AIDS and it's advancing very quickly. I don't have that much longer to live, and I will not hesitate to shoot someone for trying to kill Aurelius. I'm not afraid of punishment, death, or things I do not understand.
Powerful.
Would you do this to someone who has cancer?
No.
No.
You would have
I mean, these guys might.
a horrible disease.
Let's burn out the cancer with leeches. Like,
Do you think he
okay,
ruffles
you
and wants
said two very stupid things.
I'm
Ah,
not playing around.
look at the recoil on that baby gun. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean, this is fascinatingly awful.
Yeah.
Like, how is this the emotional climax of your movie?
Shame on you all.
Could I be healthy again?
In the sense of the word, yes. You would never be the same, but you would be immortal like me.
With me. You'd also lose all charisma.
I would like it.
You would only mumble,
If
your
I
hair would
asked
cover
you
your
to,
eyes. But here's the
would you
thing,
do that for
you would
me?
be very punctual.
Then we could spend the rest of our
I'm
lives
good at yeah, when we do that play.
finding cures for
You get all the lines right.
diseases.
Do it, make me a vampire.
That would be nice.
I'll be the greatest actor of all
You don't
time.
want this.
As if it were the center of some sort of...
Take your fucking hand out your pockets.
Yeah, what a
So,
fucking twat.
But they may be very interesting.
Welcome to my house.
Oh, wait.
Enter freely and of your own free will. Go safely and leave something of the happiness you bring. I am Dracula, and I bid you welcome, Mr. Hunter, to my house. Come in. The night air is chill.
Still got his fucking hands in his pockets.
I feel like Aurelius like looking at the floor while playing Dracula. I mean, at least Aurelius's characterization is consistent throughout the film. Don't step on his feet; you'll crush them. This is a joke about how she has long sideshow bob feet.
Oh, she's a criminal mastermind. The kind of
That's
like,
like the least sexy like Dracula bite I've ever seen.
it also kind of looked like it's like I don't want to touch her neck. Like she purposely didn't wash her neck for like 3 weeks. just
Maybe
to
the
fuck
two
with-
actors hated each other. She's just like, I'm not gonna wash my neck. I'm gonna shower every day, but leave my neck grimy.
Did you wash your neck? I sure did.
It's like, wow, you put potatoes on your neck.
There we go.
I still hope that it turns out he wasn't actually a vampire and he just bit this woman's throat out on stage because he's a lunatic. She's like, oh god, I'm dying. He was faking the entire time. Blah. So, what did we all think of that?
It was pretty sus, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't love it.
No.
Not a great movie. But was it better than Fateful Findings? I mean, the story was like easier to follow, I guess, than Fateful Findings.
There was less eldritch teleportation. Was that the one?
Yeah.
You
know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
The N word.
I'm gonna say it just.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate it?
It's like, I give this 5 N-words. If we were rating Tarantino movies.
5 N-words in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good name for a film.
Oh, so I've totally lost my train of thought now. Okay, so here's the thing. It was not as entertaining as Fateful Findings, but as a piece of storytelling, it was better.
Yeah.
I think you could make, I mean, a basic bitch plot out of like, oh, the last, yeah, it's called Twilight, yeah, but knock off Twilight is still better than stop flexing.
No.
Knock off Twilight is still better than whatever the fuck Fateful Findings was.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. I have no idea what the next movie is going to be, but I can guarantee it'll be something stupid like this. Cheers.
Absolutely.